and welcome back to the Calvin Tobin Show. I'm your host, Calvin Tobin. Today we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Alright, trades and signings have continued to pursue all throughout this week. Some are soaring high and some are soaring low, but everybody's getting paid millions and being able to sit pretty and happy. But there has been a bit of unfortunate news for the Indianapolis Colts because their new QB Carson Wentz and their all-pro offensive lineman Quentin Nelson have suffered the same foot injury and are going to be out the same amount of time, which is 5 to 12 weeks. Now, given that Carson Wentz is potentially going to be out 12 weeks, which is all the way up to missing the first 7 games of the NFL season, they could easily fall to 0-5 for when the season starts because they have probably the toughest starting schedule of the first 5 games in all of the NFL because they have to play Seattle, the LA Rams, the Miami Dolphins, the Tennessee Titans, and the Baltimore Ravens. And that is as tough as you can get. Now, some say maybe not Miami, but here's the thing. They had one of the top scoring defenses of last year, and if I'm not mistaken, it was in the top 3 and was almost the toughest defense to score on. Now, if they can't get past that's going to be a huge loss for the Colts if Carson Wentz is not going to come back until the total 12 weeks are up. But there are 2 QBs in which I think they should sign. 1 is Marcus Mariota and 2 is Nick Foles. The reason for Nick Foles is because there's no way he's getting the starting job because he's the 3rd string for the Chicago Bears right now. And at this point, it's just a battle between Andy Dalton and Justin Fields. And we all know Justin Fields is eventually going to get that starting job this year, depending on how he plays. He could be a bust, but who knows? And besides, Nick Foles has also been behind Frank Reich, just like Carson Wentz back in 2017 when they won the Super Bowl and Carson Wentz was at his best MVP caliber season. But unfortunately got injured 12-13 games in. Now, the reason for Marcus Mariota is because he's also been a starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, and he's gotten them to the playoffs before, and he knows the playoff experience. And if they end up signing Marcus Mariota and Frank Reich can really develop him, Marcus Mariota is a great dual threat quarterback and is very, very dangerous if he can get into his rhythm. Now, let's start talking some positive sides. With all the signings going on, it's absolutely crazy because we got 3 players, I repeat, 3 players that are going to sign $200 million deals. One is Trae Young, 5 years, over $207 million. And when Luka is done with the Olympics, the Mavs are going to try and sign him to a 5-year, $202 million. And Stephen Curry just signed a 4-year, $215 million extension. Now, all those players are sitting very, very pretty. But here's the craziest part about those 3 signings is that with Stephen Curry, so on his extension, he's going to be getting paid $53 million per year. That's more than anybody else all over all of the sports, all across the entire sports league. Because I get that Patrick Mahomes signed a $500 million deal over 10 years, but he's not getting paid per year what Curry's getting paid. It's close, but Curry's got the top spot. And now he's going to be the highest paid player in NBA history on the year-to-year basis. But here's a bit iffy question. I get that Trae Young is a future superstar. If not, he's a superstar right now on what he did in his first playoff debut, getting all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. But with Luka getting paid just a bit less than Trae Young is a bit, it's not that insulting, but it is a bit slap in the face to Luka because Luka is a phenom for basketball right now, and he should have at least got paid on what Steph Curry got paid because Luka is a future Hall of Famer. I know it's only been 3 to 4 years in his career, but he has had that type of career so far because he's a phenom and the dude cannot be stopped, averaging 28, 8, and 8 throughout his entire career so far, even though being so short. But on the other side of big signings, like I said earlier, is that the Lakers just got Russell Westbrook, and now they have Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James on the same team. Oh my God, is that scary. Like right now, you can for sure give the Lakers the 2021-2022 championship trophy and call them champions because even though the Brooklyn Nets have KD, James Harden, and Kyrie, I do not think anybody is beating the LA Lakers now because it's a legitimate now all-star team. Because now LeBron, AD, Russ, Melo, like what? But LeBron and Melo are both in their 19th year, so that could be a bit iffy right there, especially with Melo. But this team is about to go on a freaking rampage next year. It looks like that they actually have a shot at going 82-0 when you have 4 All-Stars on one team and 4 future Hall of Famers. Like, this LA team is going to be unstoppable. Now, the last signing is Nick Chubb getting a 3-year, $36.6 million extension, and the Browns just got their beast back. Now they have a chance to get back to the playoffs and see if they can go farther this year. But it's going to be hard to get past those Chiefs and Bills, but the Browns totally have it, and they have a huge shot and maybe a Super Bowl in their future.